Today's episode of Take Five features John Clendenning, the founder and CEO at Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters. He will address the value of your website as part of your ongoing marketing program, whether or not you should use a free template. Some use them and find it successful, others don't. What's the real deal? And he'll give you a few other key strategies that you need when marketing your cleaning or restoration company. Just watch.
Social media and things like that, those platforms you can't really control. A website is something that you can control yourself. So like you set up, you start creating your brand position, your brand promise, your risk reversal guarantees, things like that. You can really set up who you are, why they should choose you over anybody else. And as we know, readers are leaders. So most of the traffic that is on the internet is actually in the organic below the ads and the maps and all that kind of stuff. So you really want the purpose of a website is to start that, client experience, teach them why you're different, what you're going to help them with, start building that experience, and that rapport and that trust right when they end up landing on your page. Ultimately, like you can choose your free websites, your Weebly or very low cost sort of monthly, depending on what tools you want to add on it. And Wix and that kind of stuff. Even things like GoDaddy have like templated websites, all that. The downside about that is they're not designed to be optimized. Your best websites are, like a client or customer management system, like a WordPress or something like that, because you can add plugins around SEO. You can add plugins that help, create lists and things like that. You can add lots of tools to them. They change as the internet changes. They stay up to date. You can really fashion it to be your own, but you can also really dial in the optimization, the SEO, your theme, your look and feel. So a little bit more customization and stuff like that than a template one, and a lot better chance of ranking. Again, it's not a brochure. Babies lying on the carpet, the dog on the carpet, that kind of stuff. Just the generic boilerplate photos don't cut it. Again, why are the people there? Well, they're there to learn why you over anybody else. So if you look like everybody else, they're not learning that. But if they see you, the owner, your team, all of that kind of stuff. So you have to have a lot of authentic images and videos and things like that. That's a big one. Another thing that should be on the website is every one of your services needs to be carved out as a separate page. That's just a technical side of it, but the internet ranks pages, not websites. So you can't rank one page for everything you do. So every page has to have a purpose. So if your main category is carpet cleaning, then the homepage could be mostly about carpet cleaning. Learn about our other services, go here. And now you've got a page for each one of your services. And then you need a page for each one of your cities that you target. So we all know that you might be in a major center, but all the surrounding towns and suburbs, people are searching those as well. And sometimes they're searching those by name. And so you kind of want things like that. You also want a blog. Seems weird. People don't really understand what blogging is all about, but it really is about, again, readers are leaders. So the down below the maps and the paid ads is the organic section, and people type in questions to learn answers. And if you can come up in those areas about, how do I actually get urine out of my carpets? They might not end up on your urine page, but they could end up on a blog post about the best ways to deal with, urine over the holidays and things like that. And so blogs really help bring people into your website that then see the rest of it and really help with your rankings. So that's really good. And then a final one I'd say is projects. Always have before and after pictures, but the full project, why Mrs. Jones got the carpets cleaned or the tile and grout cleaned, why she did it, what you guys did, how did it look before, how it looks after, and tell a whole story, because that becomes engaging, but it also helps it rank better.